That's Road Race in Ireland with Ryan Farquhar. You've had a good weekend so far?
Aye, so far things going pretty good. I was asked to ride a big Suzuki Classic bike, before I came here, and it took a few laps to get the feel of it, but we're lucky enough we won a B final superbike race against the modern bikes yesterday. I was second in the classic superbike race, and then we won it today. So I think I'll have won it, the combined, two races. So so far things going pretty good. I've qualified for the Gold Cup race in 12th place, so it's not. I'm pretty happy with that, on the classic bike, but there's a slight problem with the gearbox, so I'm not sure if it'll hold out to finish the race, but we'll give it a go.
You enjoying the racing still then?
Oh, aye. That's I'm still semi-retired, but I've come back here. I've always loved coming to Scarborough, especially whenever you can get a win or two. So we've done that this weekend, and I'm enjoying myself. But next year I'll possibly come back and have a modern superbike, and maybe give the Gold Cup a proper run again next year. I won in 2011, and I'd like to try and win it again. But whenever you have the likes of Gay Martin and John McGuinness and Dean Harrison out there, it's not easy, but we'll give it a go.
Yeah. Well, with those ones around and whatnot, then does that sort of indicate maybe a bit more commitment from yourself looking forward into the next season and a few more races?
Well, this year just come back to ride mainly a super twin, but at the Northwest and the TT I did struggle for two reasons: lack of track time and bike fitness. Because I'm not riding a bike enough, your muscles, in your arms and your hands, and that you do struggle. Where these lads are riding, so many bikes week in, week out, and they're on top of their game. But it's something I need to look at for next year. But out of all the years I've been racing for pure enjoyment, this has probably been the best. It hasn't been most successful, year, because I've only been doing a handful of races, but I've really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, as you suggest there, so it can be a bit hard to be sort of semi-retired and still keep up to speed in those races that you're in because of the amount of time that everyone else has got on top of you.
Well, whenever I was, at the peak of my career, I was riding a bike or riding like 4 bikes every weekend, and you don't really need to go to the gym. Where this year I've sort of picked and choose the races as, at the start of the year I just said I'll do A, B and C, and for that reason, it is a bit of a struggle, but like I say, it's something I've enjoyed. But for next year I'll possibly be back with maybe a ZX10 at the likes of the Northwest and TT, and possibly here for the Gold Cup. But we'll just see how it goes over the winter.
Yeah. Do you still get that same buzz when you cross the line and you've won? You've clocked up so many victories over the years in different races. Do you still get that same buzz about it?
Aye, if you want to win, or if you're used winning and you still have the the passion for it, whenever you do cross the line, it's still there. Something I don't think you ever get away from. It's just the whole buzz and adrenaline rush of winning a race. But even taking part, just getting onto the bike and riding around, and whenever you see a big crowd like this here, it's great.